Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm David Jefferson, aka Mr. Exclusive, man. You might know me from the clothing line Stacking Kicks, one of the popular Shoe Religion shirts, or Still Kicking Versus design, things like that. I'm in a few stores. Currently working out a contract with Sears. It's been a long road, but that's one of my main things that I do. My other passion is spaghetti. I'm real big on spaghetti. I'm a major fan. I learned a recipe from my mother before she passed away 10 years ago. And so I opened up a food cart, and it's called Peaches Ready Spaghetti. And I named it after her because, it's her recipe and her nickname is Peaches. So it only made sense to try to pay, some type of respect, to the creator of the whole idea. Even though she had no idea it was going to, go this route, and so many people would, have an opportunity to really enjoy one of her greatest creations, and you might also know that if you ever heard me say the term society college, this is why we're here today. This is why I'm doing this video, because I don't know if people really understand what I mean by society college, and a lot of y'all won't care, and this video ain't for you, man. Just chill. All right, cut me some slack, man. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to support, mental growth, man. It's necessary, man. It's imperative, man, that we get this thinking down, and that's why, I have a self-made philosophy called society college. Hopefully I can turn it, hopefully I get the book done in time, and possibly be able to do a little bit of traveling and hold seminars on society college, in different types of, educational institutions, just social arrangements, groups, any type of group of people whose idea is to become better. This is a tool that I think everybody could use if they were able to break it all down, understand it, and be able to perform, especially when within the line of fire, because that's the toughest part of it, and that's what defines, maturity, in my opinion. The things that people do when they're uncomfortable, when things are inconvenient, when things are tough, how do people respond when their back is against the wall? All these things make a difference, and back to society college, the idea, now, first of all, let me say academic education, I believe in that. I studied that. I have a Bachelor of Science in that, from the U of O in political science. So I'm not opposed to, academic education. What I'm simply saying is that there is other aspects of life that these institutions don't make us aware of. Either they don't know, or they just don't think that it's important enough. It's dealing with numbers and language, and things of that nature. So society college is to me, says that the idea of this whole society outside the classrooms, this whole society being an institution of education, meaning you can learn a lot from paying attention to society. You can learn how to navigate within society. You can learn how people want to be treated. You can see what hurts people, see what helps people. You can read people. You can develop formulas for people. You can find similarities in people and jot them all down in the development of some type of a program that you can use to read social circumstances, period. It can be done, and that's what I'm fighting for, because the education being enhanced in this area is going to bring people closer. It's going to bring a better level of understanding, a more powerful level of empathy. I think more peace, more connections, more networking, more better relationships, as a whole, from any aspect, So society college, this is the college. Society is also the college. In addition to, to whatever academics you might study for your, specific career or whatever it is you decide to do with your life as you see it pertaining to that, but I believe in that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm fighting for. The art of people overstanding or understanding people, however you want to put it. We need that, you know what I'm saying? An educated asshole doesn't normally get that far. But a broke intelligent man can get as far as he like, way past the educated asshole. Because you want to be somebody that people want to work with. That's what you want. You want to be, you want to be approachable. You want to be, I'm not being a hypocrite, because people always say I'm not approachable, and technically I think that's because they don't really know who I am or what I believe in or what some of my values are versus the values that they learned to appreciate and honor and deliver. Things could be different. That's why you need society college. It will break all your familiarities down to a point to where you can step outside of them for a second and try to get a good idea what's familiar to other people. And if I approach them from that angle, will I develop a better connection with this person? Will they feel understood? And we hoping that they do, because the more understood people feel, the more relaxed they become, the more open-minded they become, the more willing to partner up they become, the more willing to get married they become, the more willing they are to invest in something, the more willing they are to give another chance, and these are the things that people are trying to hear. My philosophy, well, I got a philosophy that I use, second. I got a philosophy that I use for society college. Well, it's a quote actually, and I it's something that I wrote, I think, a lot. So I always write shit down, even if it's just in my head, because I don't think I've ever wrote this down anywhere. But anyway, the idea behind the quote is what I perceive to be probably the biggest separation in society, which is causing all this confusion amongst people. It's the idea that most people don't know what it's like to be other people. And without that information, without that knowledge, without that education, you're more inclined to make a social mistake in the eyes of this person. Okay? And so what society college is attempting to do is bridge the gap between what you're familiar with and the differences between what their information is, and possibly getting to a point to where you can bring them together in the interest of a healthy interaction, a healthy conversation. That's the idea. Once it goes healthy, anything positive can happen. Anything's possible, and that's what, and that's pretty much sums up the idea of society college, and there's several facets of the philosophy that I plan on laying out in Society College, the book, and hopefully Society College, the seminar, so that's my idea, man. So I'm only gonna send this video to people who want to see it, so hopefully I don't get a lot of hate. Obviously I care too much for a society that really doesn't give a fuck about itself, so oftentimes that paints me as the bad guy, and I got to deal with that, being different and seeing different, and operating within the realms of the facts, of what's really going on out here, and how ugly it is, and really trying to bring those things to light to see if people want to, making an attempt to, to rectify, social confusion that's plagued this country, this world for years, you know, and that's the goal, man. So I appreciate y'all listening. Look forward to the book. I like to hear some feedback. This is my first video. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. I don't know if I got things I need to work on, but you know, we just getting started, and I'm just trying to find the connections with the people who really give a fuck and see if we can sort of bridge, you know, bridge ourselves together in the interest of creating something bigger that society can model after and start to make the appropriate adjustments. Thank you very much.